Well, I could not find my primer anywhere. So I have 3 8x10 panels, wood panels, pressboard, you know, masonite, whatever you want to call it. And I couldn't find primer, but what I do have is this paint and primer in one. It's excellent for kitchens and baths. So it's built to handle some nasty conditions, some moisture. I bought this 2 summers ago. I used it for some other stuff on the house, but it was $80 a gallon. Now, in Canada, well, in Canada everything's $80 a gallon. Well, that's not true. Anyway, it was pretty pricey. So I think this is going to work just fine. I've already stirred it up. I've mixed it. It's good to go. So I'm going to prime my panels with this stuff. And they do have to dry until tomorrow. So I won't be able to get anything done on them until then. It's a new white paint instead of my regular titanium oil paint. It's my new white paint on my palette. Literally on my palette. See how this stuff is. I know when you're using a roller or a brush on the house, it is excellent coverage. Yeah, it seems to be working pretty well on here too. Not that I'm worried about excellent coverage of color or pigment rather, or lack of pigment, whatever you want to call white. But I want a good solid layer of it. Don't forget that part of this is primer. The purpose of having this on these panels is only to prime. And of course, it's necessary to get some on your hands as well. The fun part, oh, excuse me. There. You know, if I were a realist with my painting, if I painted realism, I would give this a couple of coats so that I could use it with some glazes to really make the light refract back at you. I'm not going to need to do that with these. That's plenty white enough for my purposes. Okay, so set this on the side here. We'll set them on the side. Where are we? There we go. Well, I'm glad I had this. I did go to the art store. They were closed. If I want canvases, I have to go to another town. And I'm just not interested in doing that today. I would have looked it up on the internet to see if it was open, but I was pretty confident it would be. It's okay. They want their holidays too. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. I love these little cheap foam brushes. Handy and disposable.
I'm going to ride.
Oh, my wife's heading out now too. Okay, enjoy, say hi.
Yeah, see you later.
Yeah, see you later. And one more. We have a lot of snow on the hills. Well, I guess they're big enough they call them mountains around here. Oops. Here, let me just spatter some white paint right on my crotch. because that's where I want the attention to be directed. Okay, so much for that. I didn't spill any on the floor. Didn't spill any anywhere. Just one dollop on my crotch. Murphy's Law, isn't that the way? All right. It's just like planning when I'm going to do a video. The phone has not rung, nobody's come or gone today. But when I start the camera, somebody's bound to come or go. Or the phone's about to ring, gonna ring, you know, it's just bound to happen. Alright guys. Garbage. And we'll set this out to dry nicely. We'll have a good fresh surface to play with tomorrow. I may as well just stick a white for the next time I need to use it. Okay. Well, I'm glad I had that. Oops, I guess I dumped some on I lost some on the pallet as well. I dumped it onto a clump of dry paint though, so no worries, it's not going to mix. Okay, I'll do all this off camera. There's no need for me to bore you to death. No point in dying from boredom. There are worse things. There are more important things. There are more substantial things to die from. Plus, what do you say when you go into triage at the emergency room at the hospital? What's the matter with you? Oh, I'm dying of boredom. I know that was bad. See you guys. Talk to you soon.